Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Show with John Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday and welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS live stream. I am your host, James Grande, joined by Keith Eister. Keith, happy Monday, happy holidays. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Happy Monday. I know you're not a huge NFL fan, but my Bears played a really fun football game last night against the 49ers. So just wanted to, coming off a little disappointing, but they played with one of the best teams in the NFL. So nice to see them show out. That was a fun time. I know you don't really dabble in the NFL streets, but rough Sunday overall for me until then. So definitely ready to get into the NBA streets here tonight.
Do you want to take a guess at over? Okay, here it is. Over under 0.5 NFL DFS lineups that I entered this year.
The entire season?
Entire season.
Man, I thought we were going to go yesterday, and I was going to pretty confidently say with Christmas and everything, it was going to be under 0.5. I think I'm still going under. You've never shown any interest anytime we talk about it.
You are correct. I did not play one singular NFL DFS lineup this whole entire season. First time I've ever done that. Man. Yeah. Fully didn't play second year in a row. I didn't play seasonal. So I was fully out of the seasonal fantasy streets. And I did not, this is the first year I have not played one singular lineup in NFL DFS either. Usually like that post MLB waiting for NFL or NBA to start, I usually dabble. I just stayed away this year. I instead I ramped up my NBA preseason contest. So, but I'm happy to see the Giants, because I am a Giants fan. Happy to see the Giants lost out on another first pick. That happens often.
They're so good at that. Yes.
Yeah, they are good. And I'm happy to see your Bears are a good football team. I see every once in a while I see Ben Johnson doing something crazy in the locker room, and it looks like a fun thing.
Those are fun videos for sure.
Yeah, fun thing to be a part of. But we have a massive 10-game NBA slate on tap tonight, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, ending at 8 p.m. Eastern. Keith, we have literally just 1 hour. It's not the worst. There is an Island 10:30 game. I would love to have that, but we did have someone in chat with a wonderful Christmas. Josh turned $9 into 21 big ones, Keith, on
there you
the
go.
Saturday slate. Congrats, shout out to you, Josh. Yeah, congrats to you. That is an amazing Christmas and amazing holiday season. So hopefully you can spoil your family with a couple extra gifts coming their way. Pay off some student loans, pay whatever you got, just go play the lottery while you're at it. I saw that random person in Arkansas won $1.7 billion. What a life you guys are living out there. Jeff is in the chat. Some guy. Good evening. Steve, always just thanking us. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate your support each and every day. Straight Cash Homie. Saw you in the $12 streets the other night. I finished like one spot ahead of you, so I'm better than you. I'm just kidding. I just saw the name. I was like, oh, it was like we finished like 20th and 21st. Shout out to Straight Cash Homie, who always pops in. Merry New Year, as John said yesterday on the live show. I do tune into the NFL show every Sunday with John and Coop because I moderate the YouTube channel because the football chats just get too crazy. So there needs to be some moderation in there. So I was paying attention to those chats, but like not at all in any other capacity. The Prince in here. What's up? The ceiling. Got him. Nothing much. About to talk 10 games to Prince. But before we do, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Ready to go position by position here, Keith?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Cam the Man popping in. And I finished one spot above. I mean, I would like to. Oh, yeah, true. Cam the Man messaged me the other day, sent me a screenshot. I finished one spot ahead of him, too. Just beating all this, we got it, right? We got it. We got to show him who's boss sometimes, right, Keith? Just finishing one spot ahead. just one. I'm just kidding. I'm no better than anyone. Just doing this for the love of the game. Let's hop into point guard, where it's an incredibly interesting position today. And I got takes here. Talk to me about like the top half of point guard. Any direction that you want to go, I want to hear, because I think it's a wild top half of this like 8K and up position, because there's some weird spots like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, you can almost definitely say, and you and I don't like calling blowouts. Don't think that game can remotely stay competitive. We have Brunson in a great spot. Steph on a back-to-back. Said he wasn't sure if he was going to play, then didn't show up on the injury report. By the way, Brooklyn's defense lately. We have Giddey, who was on the injury report as probable. He's not playing, or he's not listed anymore. Trey's out. D-Book, Porter, Murray. Talk to me about the top half of point guard and what you like and dislike.
It's interesting that you said 8K and above, because I think that's where my eyes immediately go today, is right into that 8K range. Up at the top here, like you said, SGA, I have a really hard time seeing that game stay competitive. He's missed a bunch of fourth quarters this year. It feels like that's what's going to happen here. With
literally yesterday, missed the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, it's half, like half. It's, I don't know what the exact number is, but
right.
I want to say it's like half his games this year. He just has not played a single second of the fourth quarter. Like, it's crazy. Brunson looks fine to me. Great matchup against the Pelicans there. They give up a lot of threes. So if you think Brunson can find a ceiling game, by all means, jam him in there. I'm not on Steph today, just on the back-to-back. Not a guy that I play a ton anyway. Giddey's interesting because he can get a triple-double anytime he's on the court. I don't love the matchup against Minnesota. We get to Devin Booker, who has a fantastic matchup against Washington. That's the first guy that I want a ton of exposure to at the point guard position. Just love the matchup. He has not been like a ceiling DFS guy this season, though, which is just bizarre with Jalen Green going out. I know you've talked about how you said Jaylen Brown was going to lead the NBA in usage. I figured with this Jalen Green injury that Devin Booker could potentially lead it. And he's still over 30%, but he is just not finding ceiling games often enough for me. Maybe he does that in this matchup. I think there's a little bit of blowout risk here too. Washington, just not a good team. But I'm interested in Booker for sure. The two names that I have a ton of interest in are Jamal Murray and LaMelo Ball.
Murray, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. This is why we bring you on.
Jamal has just been awesome this season. Like, obviously Jokic is doing what he's doing, and sure, play Jokic. He's 13K today, which he deserves every single bit of. The man has put up almost 190 DraftKings points over his last two games. Like, he's insane. But Murray is having like the best season of his career.
Yes.
I love this fast-paced game environment for Jamal Murray. I think that he can just have a phenomenal game in this spot. And then LaMelo, the numbers without Con Knipple are so impressive. And I don't think I've clicked LaMelo one time the entire season. I legitimately do not think I've played LaMelo Ball this year. He's just not playing enough minutes. But now you get into this situation where he's had I think it's a 38% usage without Con. I'm sure you've probably got the number right there or can get it for us really quickly. But 8K LaMelo, just give me 30 minutes, and he is like way too cheap for this spot without Con.
I do have the numbers. I was holding them. So I did it with Knipple and Kalkbrenner out, since both of them have been starting all year. 40.6% usage. 1.79 DraftKings points per minute, 1.69 FanDuel, just for all those FanDuel players out there. Yeah, now, it's an 80-minute sample, but like a 40% usage is a 40% usage, whether it's a 50-minute sample or a 500-minute sample. When you have a high usage player, like that number isn't going to dip too far, right? Like even if LaMelo dipped to a 38, if you stretch that out to like a whole entire season sample, which we'll end up having, I still guarantee it's close. Any minutes played without Knipple, it's going to be around 40%. You're 100% right in Does he play enough minutes? Does he stay at a foul trouble? Those are literally the two detriments to LaMelo every time he steps on the floor. Because, dude, like as like the talent, you could say it as for. I'll say it to the day he stops playing basketball. Like the talent is undeniable. The ceiling that he can reach is undeniable. He just does boneheaded things that takes him off the floor. Like, but I've always said this about Jokic. If you go back and watch Jokic early career, and LaMelo's a little bit older, like he should not be doing this. Dude, early Jokic was dumb foul after dumb foul after dumb foul all the time. And he realized, like, I'm too valuable to do this. Like, I need to stay on the floor. I hope LaMelo one day realizes that because he's too good. The 40% usage against a team that is bad defensively. They've gotten a little better lately. But like, oh, dude, I took him in an underdog battle royal tonight in the 4th round, and I was just like salivating, like, man. The upside that this
either you froze or I froze. I was trying to figure out if that was me. I think it might have been you then, I guess. You're good.
It was me. It was me for sure. I'm back. We're back. But yeah, I think those are the two guys for me. I think LaMelo and Jamal Murray are a tier that I want to live in because I think there's also some interesting guys below. I mean, Amen Thompson coming off a really bad game, but there's no Şengün once again. He played 33 minutes in that blowout victory. Could that game blow out? It sure could. We have Anthony Black, who is coming off, an absolute heater, 38 actual in 30 minutes. And he had massive foul trouble in the first half of that game too. Talking about this 7K tier, is it just Thompson and Black? Do you have interest in both? What do we do with De'Aaron Fox if he plays? Like, what's your take on the 7K range?
Mild interest in Amen Thompson. Looking at the numbers with Şengün off, I like what I'm seeing from Durant a lot more. So I will be heavier on Durant than I will be on Thompson. Garland, I don't think I'm getting there. Anthony Black has been insane, man. Like the usage without Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs has just skyrocketed through the roof to the point where he's now like nuking Paolo Banchero. Like,
yep.
Anthony Black's taking a legitimate step forward this season. Yeah. I think you should continue to play that guy. Fox, I don't think I'm touching. Wemby is kind of back to almost full strength here, has a chance to play 30 minutes tonight, which is interesting. I don't think I'm messing around with Fox today.
Just want to give a shout out to IC3 who just donated $5. Thanks for the content, the best of the business. We appreciate you each and every day, IC3. And we see you in Discord every day, just winning, just straight up winning every single day. The green is flowing for IC3. Screenshots galore every single night. We appreciate you, Justin, very much. Thank you for your
congrats, support. Man. Nice little heater he's on here for sure. Like you said, it's been 3 days in a row. He's popped a nice little lineup into Discord.
He literally just put Kawhi lineups last night and was just like all the way to the right. Like, all right, dude, we get it. We're cooking with absolute gas. Speaking of absolute gas, Colin Gillespie.
Yes. Yeah.
I think he's my favorite Sun tonight.
Yeah. I mean, price considered, I agree with you. The super cheap stuff is obviously interesting and we'll get into that. But it's Gillespie over Booker for me too. You haven't seen the ceiling from Booker. I think Gillespie can give you more per dollar than Booker can, which is it's wild to say, but he's been awesome this season.
It is kind of wild to say. Yeah, I don't have much else to add. He's just kind of been better per minute, as you mentioned. What else in the 6K range? Quickly, no RJB. Rollins re-entered the starting lineup, looked really good. Cam Thomas is the microwave scorer in the NBA. I mean, insane. CJM was getting some ownership earlier. What do we got in the 6K range, if anything?
Yeah, some interesting guys, but nothing I'm like making a priority. Thomas, I know he can do it in a hurry, but if he's only going to play 20 minutes, like, come on, we can't do that yet. McCollum is the other interesting one. again, it's kind of just hard to figure out when he's just going to take over a game, but he's done it a couple of times this season. So I want some exposure if I'm making more than like 10 lineups.
Dude, the numbers for CJ look pretty bad without Keyshawn George. Just throwing that out there. Just wanted to throw that out there. I found that
I feel like it's when Sarr misses is when he kind of has those monster ceiling games.
Yep, I think so as well.
Yeah. So lukewarm on CJ at best. Dylan Harper is really interesting to me.
Yes.
And if this guy could find upper 20s minutes, he can cook. And we just saw it in the last game. Like I said, Wemby is kind of back to full strength now. Like he's going to play 28 minutes tonight, I think, at least, and has a chance to play 30. It didn't impact Harper in the last game. Wemby played 28 minutes in the last game, and he still went for 38 DraftKings points. So I have my eyes on Dylan Harper. Fast game environment there against Cleveland. I'm in.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you in still on Harper at 54 if De'Aaron Fox plays?
Then you have to be really concerned about the minutes, right?
Yes.
If he plays 20 minutes, the price tag is rising because he's been so good. If the role is still only 20 minutes, it's tough to get there. I think I would still take a couple shots on him, though. If in my 20 lineups, I would probably have 2 Dylan Harper.
Okay. I would agree. If he's out, what do you think your percentage would be?
It's going to be probably 15, 20, maybe north of 20% in that scenario, just because of the ceiling that he's shown.
Yeah, and that's one of the best. This could end up being the best game of the night. 243.5 implied points, 3-point spread. I mean, we have 2 games with 14.5 or higher point spreads. Denver, Miami is probably in the competition for the other best game on the board. But Cleveland, San Antonio, could just be simply high-level basketball played as well. So I like your Dylan Harper shout. I think Reed Shepherd's probably similar to Harper. We saw Reed Shepherd get extended big time without Şengün the other day. 32 minutes, 47 fantasy points, a little aided by the 6 stocks, but that was kind of his MO coming out of college. Super good hands defensively. Bad defender, good hands. Can get steals, but will get cooked because he's small. So I'd probably put Shepherd in that GPP mold as well. When we go into the really cheap range, is there anything that stands out to you?
I think there's a lot better stuff at other positions.
Okay. Can I throw a couple names at you?
Yes, go ahead.
And they have multi-position eligibility, so you can play them. 2 guys that I was going to bring up: Jordan Goodwin, point guard, shooting guard, third son here at point guard. He is team good in there for a good time, not a long time. He's probably maybe first team, probably second team, all second team, good time, not a long time. Gonna play probably low to mid 20s minutes. Super good defensively, does a lot of little things, and could play in blowout if this game were to get out of hand. And then Trey Johnson on the other side of this game probably starts. I mean, he started yesterday. He also started with 12 points in the first 4 minutes of the game and then barely scored the rest of the night. What say you about those two in Goodwin and Trey Johnson?
So with Jordan Goodwin, I am seeing a blowout narrative and a revenge narrative in one player. Grande, come on, man. What are you doing to us here?
Honestly, that's true. I did. It was the point of bringing up Jordan Goodwin. I wanted to more so talk about the narratives behind
I knew it. No, I don't mind that at all. Like you said, he can put him up in a hurry, and there's a real role. Even if the game doesn't get out of hand, he should play 20 plus minutes in the spot. And if it does get out of hand, I think he has upside for upper 20s minutes. Yep. So I like that shout out quite a bit. Trey Johnson started last game, right?
Yeah, he started. He started yesterday. So Bub was really good, except the fact that Bub had 8 turnovers, and so was Champagnie. I feel like that 5th starter is going to be hot handish, but they are also down Middleton. So they're looking for 2 starters today. I think Trey is definitely one of them. I guess it depends on what they want to do with their other starter. If Trey is starting versus Trey not starting, what's your takes there?
Honestly, as a tournament player, I almost prefer him not starting. I played one NBA lineup yesterday, and he was in my lineup before he was announced
You
starting,
played
and then
one?
I played one NBA lineup in a multi-entry contest, but
Okay.
it was just kind of a last-minute decision. Football was going poorly. I'm like, I'm going to throw in an NBA lineup.
Okay.
So, and I skipped the $4. I went just straight for the big lotto tournament, the $18 or whatever it was.
Okay.
So I did cash, but Trey Johnson was mega chalk because he was starting. Where I prefer him off the bench as a guy who is also can be really good per minute, and get you a good score when he's low owned. So.
Okay.
He probably starts today, and he probably catches some ownership because of that. But definitely a player I like to play.
Josh, we'll get to the Scotty question in a few. Fistula just talking about how much Jordan Goodwin loves Washington. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That could be true.
Sure. Let's go to shooting guard, where Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, and the aforementioned Devin Booker top the list. Probably no real objections to any of the four. We already talked D-Book. You had said Durant's your priority of like Houston. Any objection to Edwards or Mitchell?
Definitely no objection. Those are two dudes who are incredibly good at the game of basketball. Edwards in particular with that matchup against Chicago, it's a matchup we've targeted all season long because they play fast and they're bad on defense. So I like Edwards. I do prefer Durant though. He's one of my highest owned guys of the day. The numbers look really good without Şengün. Up over 32% usage, 1.2 fantasy points per minute, and the dude plays like 40 minutes a night. So it has been down a little bit recently. What do you make of Durant's recent playing time? Because he literally was playing like 40 minutes every night, and then recently he's been like lower 30s.
Blowouts.
Yeah,
there's every game they've been all blowouts. Yeah. I think
this one could be two. Is the problem?
that is an issue for sure. I would say I'm never worried about Udoka starters. Truthfully, like I'm just worried about if the game stays competitive or not. Because, dude, Ime's just gonna play his guys. I shared the screenshot the other night when everyone had a good night on Saturday, I believe. I played Amen Thompson just as a pivot from Durant, and I was super sad watching Durant do literally everything the whole night. But like, dude, 45 fantasy points in 29 minutes. I would project more minutes. Indiana, as bad as they've been, like, they still are scrappy. They still fight. Can they keep Steven Adams off the glass? Can they, that's a problem. Can they keep Amen Thompson from scoring at the rim? I don't think any of those things are possible, but like, I think it could be competitive enough. It is 14.5. You hate to see that. Houston's home. Dude, Şengün is their leader in usage this year and fantasy points per minute. And like when you have to, I feel like too many times I overlook that when the best player on a team that has the highest usage rate and the most fantasy points per minute is removed. That is a massive deal, especially on a team like Houston who doesn't play a deep rotation.
Yeah, I legitimately, if you told me Durant was going to play 35 plus and this game was going to stay close, he's among my favorite players on the entire slate. Like, agreed. I'm going to have a ton of Durant. Like, so many times just watching the games, like you will see Durant just let Şengün do his thing on the block or from the elbow, whatever it is. Like, the offense runs through Şengün. You take that away, guess who the offense is going to run through? It's Kevin Durant.
One of the best scorers of all time.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that it doesn't run through him anyway.
Right.
But he's kind of in the LeBron stage of his career where he's like, let this young superstar do his thing and I'll step in when I need to. Well, without the other star on the floor, like Durant is the dude for sure.
Kevin Durant gun for hire in the year 2025, 2026. Crazy. Let's ascend down the list. Brendan Ingram, 77. Stephon Castle, 76. We have Bane, 75. And the only other person we haven't mentioned is Norm, 7K. Then we have a bunch of guys in the 6K. What do we think about like basically anything like 7K, 6K range? Anything that really stand out to you, Keith?
Ingram's been solid. I
Yep.
wouldn't say he's a priority for me with Durant right there. Like I want a lot of my exposure to go to Durant, but he's been really good. So is Castle. We like
Yes.
that game environment. Again, like especially if Fox is out again, then you can certainly go back to Castle. If Fox is in, then he's probably a little bit overpriced. Um, don't love the matchup for Bain. He's also been a little bit more inconsistent than I would like. We
Yes.
talked about Black already. Love that ceiling there. Powell has been incredible. I think you can certainly go right back to him as well.
I agree. I think the minutes should be back up. He is a microwave scorer. He's on the short list of like can get hot and score boatloads of points in a really short window. And it's a fun game. Denver in the month of December, 24th in defensive rating. I mean, they have lost two of their best defenders in Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown, and it's impacted them on the defensive end quite a bit. So that game has 244 implied points. Like it's just going to be a track meet and team scoring back and forth. I just want to comment on Josh here. I kind of think where and I would 100% agree. Early season Kevin Durant was unplayable at the price. Couldn't disagree more with the recent like 2 weeks of Kevin Durant, who is
And
actually
without Şengün, like that's the whole
right,
point. Like this is
right,
not season long Kevin Durant. This is a new version of Kevin Durant in
right,
this situation.
right. Right. Nothing doesn't.
Like
That's it.
when you talk about 32% usage and 1.2 fantasy points, those are elite numbers for a guy under 9K today.
Yes.
Like Durant
Yes.
could I legitimately expect 50 DK points out of him tonight. He could go for 65. I legitimately believe that.
Yeah. I mean, he had 45 in 29 minutes. He would have played another 8 minutes, 9 minutes based on his seasonal averages. And that's 60. That's probably getting you close somewhere in the 60 fantasy point range. I completely agree. Sub 7K. Other than Gillespie here, I don't love this range. I don't know if you have any different opinions, but I don't have really anything that I'm clamoring to play.
I don't either. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is the name that I would point to first. Just the usage has been awesome, and they're missing all the dudes. Like he could take 20 shots tonight. Probably will take 20 shots tonight. So I think he looks okay. Kobe White can always find a ceiling. I don't love the matchup for him. But if I was playing Ant and looking for Chicago exposure on the other side and couldn't get to Giddey, I'd be fine with White. Probably not Jaquez with Bam back. Talked about Shepard and Harper already. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything until we get further down. How far down you want to go?
We can go. We'll go down to Can the Man had the THJ question, so we'll go there. Before we do, Brian Keefe, head coach of the Wizards, said Alex Sarr and Trey Johnson will remain on a minutes limit, which has been kind of like an unspoken thing where he has kind of monitored their minutes. Like Sarr blatantly has been monitored. Johnson, I don't remember him ever commenting on Trey Johnson's minutes being limited.
Would have liked to know that when you put him in the starting lineup there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, in that light, I would prefer him to come off the bench because then we have a better chance of being in the closing lineup, right? Like then we could be late in the game. But let's go to THJ, and I'm going to ask it exactly how Cam the Man 3253 asked us. Does THJ continue the heater?
I don't know if it's a heater or a change in role. Like this is the role that he's playing right now because Cam Johnson is out now. There's more shots available to him, and they play the exact same role. Like they're the same player basically. And now he's playing 30 plus minutes in close games. So yes, like if you're asking about, do I think he scores 30 fantasy points again? Yes, I do.
Ooh, okay. That's I wish I had like a spicy sound, like a sounder right there. I could just like when we get off some good takes. I don't mind it. I mean, if Tim Hardaway gets 30 fantasy points at 4,500, he's probably in the winning lineup.
Yeah. I mean, is he running a little hot with the shooting? Yes. But he's still, the volume is also way up as well.
That's what he does. Like you said, like he is a volume. We want the volume. He's gonna, dude, he plays
it's fully available now with no Aaron Gordon, no Christian Brown, no Cam Johnson. Like he's the shooter on the team.
Dude, he has taken 204 threes in 31 games. That is
we know what he's gonna do.
Insane. Dude, 204. And he's shooting 41%. Salute to THJ. I've told this story before to John. I once, when he was when I lived in New York and THJ was in New York, I saw him in a Chipotle, and I got checked by his bodyguard. He had a bodyguard in Chipotle, and he told me that he didn't like when people came up to him and asked him for autographs. He's like a C-list celebrity with a bodyguard in a New York Chipotle.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
but he can afford it, so why not? If you don't want to be bothered, why not?
Sure. Yeah, his dad already made a bunch of money. He was making money. Like, yes, the Hardaway family is well off. For salute to you, Tim. I hope you're better with fans now. What do we make of Pelle Larsson?
Oh boy.
Can I just say it's better than last year? But what do we make of Pelle Larsson?
I don't know if I can do it with Bam back.
Okay.
Like does he start again? I think he might start again.
Davion, Norm, Bam, Wiggins, fifth starter.
Right. So it's him or Ware. It's they probably do the double big, right?
No. I am on record. Eric Spoelstra hates Khalil Ware. I think he hates Khalil Ware. Dude, Khalil Ware had a 30-15 game the other day and said he complained about defensive assignments that he missed. Like he's just, I think, okay, if he doesn't start, unplayable, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, because I'd be really concerned about that. Like he could play 14 minutes in that situation.
Yes. Yeah, because they also have a lot of guys on the bench. A lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to ask. Just throw that out there. Is there anything else down here that we need to talk about?
Don't believe so.
I don't either. I'm trying to look. Like Vit Krejci is down here. I don't know what your thoughts of Vit Krejci is, but
that I never seem to find his ceiling game.
I think there are better Hawks tonight than Vit Krejci, personally. But they love Vit Krejci in Atlanta. They play a lot of Vit Krejci.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be out there, and I wouldn't say he's definitely not on the floor in a blowout either. So like he could play 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm in. Unfortunately, I don't feel great about it, but I think you have to be in if he's going to play that many minutes.
Small forward, we go where Kevin Durant is also. I think Durant at small forward makes a lot of sense. MPJ's 84. I have found small forward to be the worst position of the day. So let's just talk about who you actually like. I don't care like price related. If you want to just go down the list, by all means do so. Who do you actually like at small forward today?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about a couple of these names already that have shooting guard eligibility too.
Right.
Durant is one. Norman Powell is one. Nikhil Alexander-Walker is one. Like, I'll play more of those guys at small forward than I will at shooting guard.
Agreed.
Because of the position. One name that we have not talked about yet is Dylan Brooks. I like him quite a bit. Also a factor in the Booker not hitting a ceiling. Like, Brooks has been pretty solid this season.
Yes.
And like it's a matchup against Washington. Like he is still a pretty good defender. He can rack up some stocks in this type of a matchup. Really fast paced, and we know he's going to get his shots up. So like, what's not to like about Dylan Brooks?
He was scouting Washington last night. Did you see he was at the game?
No, really?
Because his old team was playing. The Grizzlies were playing last night, so they showed clips of him before the game, he was sitting courtside with Ja and saying hi to all of his old teammates. So
Nice.
He was getting a scouting report early. Dylan Brooks doing God's work for the rest of his team, right?
There you go.
I would just throw Brandon Miller out there. I'll lob him in tournament play, and I'll run away from the grenade because that's what it can be. It can be an absolute grenade, and it could also be 55, right? Like it could just be one of those type of scenarios. So I'll be on record to say I love Charlotte tonight, an uncomfortable amount, because liking Charlotte as much is uncomfortable. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Brandon Miller's another super high usage player with no con nipples. So 7,200 for Miller. That would be the only thing I would mention outside of what you mentioned. Value is a little bit more interesting. Peyton Watson's going to play mid-30s minutes. We have Bilal Coulibaly, who took a leap in minutes yesterday. He's also been pretty good from a usage standpoint the last couple of games. We have Royce O'Neal, who is just safe, steady, secure. If you want to play some Royce, you play THJ here. Is there anything else that stands out to you?
Royce is fine. We've seen him kind of pop off a couple of times when they're shorthanded. But like you said, more of a floor play than a ceiling play.
Yep. I
do think he has a chance to play 30-plus minutes, though. Let's see here. Risachet, that's a really uncomfortable one, honestly. Even with them being so shorthanded, I just don't think they trust him enough to play 30 minutes, ever. So he's catching some ownership, and I don't think I can play into the ownership.
Can I try to persuade you here?
Yeah, what do you got?
Okay, it's a twofold here. So I was looking at the injury report earlier. Atlanta called up Caleb Houston and Malik Williams today from the G League. Caleb Houston, famously a wing player from Orlando. Malik Williams is a center. So they do have a couple added depth pieces. I wrote this in the playbook. You guys can find it at fantasylearn.com. Okay. I was curious. Zachary Risachet this year. It's a 100-minute sample without Trey, Jalen Johnson, Kristaps Porzingis. He is the team leader in fantasy points per minute, 1.07. He has a 23% usage. That's not all. Okay. What I did, Keith, I was in the weeds today. I said, let me look at some of the blowouts that the Hawks have played. Okay. Here are the last 4 blowouts the Hawks have been involved in. Zachary Risachet, 12-19, 28-point loss. He played 30 minutes. Okay. 12-12, a 27-point loss. He played 27 minutes. 12-3, a 23-point loss. He played 33 minutes. And then 11-25, a 19-point loss. He played 29 and a half. Do you see the trend there?
Yeah, and Josh is in the chat saying the same thing. I'm a Hawks fan. In blowouts, he plays them. All right.
Now, you need the blowout, clearly, because Snyder hates Zachary Risachet. The reports are that they are disappointed with his development. They could have taken Sarr. They could have taken Shepard. They could have taken Castle. They did not. So I'm just saying 27 plus minutes in each of the last 4 blowouts they've played. He scored 29 and a half DraftKings points, 19.7, 23.25, 34.75. All 4 are 5x or over, and he's had the 8x, 9x in there as well.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you on going all in, but I became more interested as the day went on.
All right, you've piqued my interest for sure. What in my mind, I had the 24, 25 minutes and 21, 23 fantasy points. I don't want 5x from my 3.5K player. I need more than 5x from that guy. If he can get to 27, I'm intrigued, and he's done it 2 out of 4 times.
2 out of 4
in
times.
the situation last time. So
yep.
All right, I'm back in. I thought I was going to be at least well under the field, but now you've got me back in.
They had me in the first half, Keith. Classic meme. They had me in the first half. And yeah, Josh, I mean, like it's a 17.5 point spread.
Yep.
I mean, like they're playing one of the greatest teams ever. I don't know. Warren, hold on your hear me outs. We are enjoying your hear me outs. You have been 100% correct. I just want to get to some of the comments here because I saw we have a lot of Icy Theory was saying he likes Shepard and Harper in that range. I agree.
Yep.
Josh likes Chet. We'll get to power forward here in a second. He played Jordan Poole. We didn't really talk guards in New Orleans. I don't know if you want to, but obviously Jose Alvarado suspended. So one of them could pop. GPPs only. I'd assume you would probably agree with me there. Cam the Man said volume is consistent. That's in relation to Tim Hardaway. Straight Cash Homie said Ware gets treated like Whiteside. Let me know if Khalil Ware's hanging out with DJ Khaled like Hassan Whiteside was during COVID. Those were peak videos. COVID Snapchat, DJ Khaled videos with Hassan Whiteside. That was peak content. What do you think of Jovic? We'll get to him in a second. I think RIP to Nikola Jovic, but we'll talk about him in a second. Yeah. Ace and Newell is there. We'll talk Spiz and Josh have a lot of power forward comments here. Doug's in the chat. Doug, what's going on, brother? All right, we'll go to power forward unless you have anything else here at small forward.
I do not.
Okay. Sorry for spending so much time on Zachary Ricochet. I feel like we had to get some context in there.
Yeah, that's important. Hawks are important. Hawks are going to play a role on this slate, like almost guaranteed, because they're so cheap, they're so short-handed. Like yes. It's obviously a horrible matchup, but figuring out that rotation is pretty important to unlocking this slate.
That indeed. Power forward we go. Where do you want to talk about? Like, where do you want to start? Because Giannis is probably too expensive. There's going to be a limit in minutes and multiple windmill dunks. Paolo looks bad, not interested, not aggressive. Something looks wrong. We have Randall at 83, Scotty, the most, we had the question earlier in the show that I wanted to revisit. Do we think Scotty starts at center again? I do. What do you think here, Keith? It was from Josh. What do you think? And if he does, what do you think of Scotty Barnes here? Because it's hard to it's a hard one, dude.
Yeah, it is. He's not getting 25 rebounds again, but that doesn't mean he's not getting 15.
Right. And he's a triple-double candidate. He is
right.
A good playmaker.
Yeah, I think we have to have some interest here. Mamu only played 21.8 minutes.
Yep. And the only difference tonight is RJ Barrett being out, right? So RJ out, but that doesn't mean they have to play a traditional center. They could just go Walter or Agbaji or insert your fifth starter and keep running Scotty out there at center.
Yeah, it seemed to work pretty well last night. It was against a Golden State team that doesn't play a true center all that often, which is worth noting, I think. You have a true center on the other side in this game. Not a huge center, though. I think they could do it if they wanted to. I don't know. It's interesting. I think just as a tournament player, what I will end up doing is I'll go slightly over the field. I don't know. I don't have his ownership rate in front of me right this second, but say he was 15%, I'd go 20% on him.
Dude, you are.
I've been doing this for a while.
You are good. Let me tell you, 15%. He's also about the 8th highest roster power forward of the day. So, just goes to speak to all the value that we're going to get to that the chat is just going crazy about.
Right.
And we'll get to the chat we'll get to all those plays in a second. I would always say Scotty has a 60-point fantasy ceiling, but he's now raised the bar. I guess I have to say he has an 80-point ceiling. So
Yeah, and like I said, 25 rebounds is absurd. It was the most rebounds of any player in the NBA this season. Like, that's not who Scotty Barnes is. He is a very good rebounder, but like, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if he got 15 again, though, legitimately.
Right. Warren's hear me out play of the day was Will Richard.
That's digging deep.
He said it. He said it was gross. He said it's gross, but
I guess
that's the Warren play of the day sound.
There's a blowout angle that he's working there, I assume, for how he's going to run into more minutes.
Blowout? Yeah, maybe Brooklyn blowing Golden State out. Brooklyn's going to wax them.
Oh my! He played. When was that? Yesterday he played 35 minutes. Okay, I missed that entirely.
Well, there was overtime. There was also no DeAnthony Melton. DeAnthony Melton is off the injury report for today. Just throwing that out there.
Okay. All I can say is Steve Kerr.
Okay, Steve Kerr. That's all we need to say. Steve.
Like, he could play 15 minutes tonight.
Steve Kerr said on his radio or on the radio show he went on that he wasn't playing because he's a rookie, which doesn't make sense because have you seen some of the rookies out there? Let's
and I have tuned into the show and watched Warren repeatedly nail these. So I'm not trying to say he's wrong.
No,
it just I don't know.
Warren has been very good at his call of the day. He's honestly testing his own limit with the Will Richard one. I think he wants to see what his true powers are. You know.
Yeah.
Let's get back to power forward here. I like the Will Richard shout. Thank you to Warren for the constant hear me out play. We love getting those each and every day. Talk to me about these plays below Scotty Barnes because I think there's some interesting ones. Like we've had a lot of chatter in chat about Chet Holmgren in this spot. Obviously, Chet's good, but we don't think there's a fourth quarter in route. We have Miles Bridges 75, Mobley 74. OG 72 and Zion $7,000.
Yeah, I mean, this position is loaded with value plays that we're going to talk to in a minute. Like, it's going to be hard to get any exposure to these guys, honestly. I will have exposure to Scotty. I might throw a Zion in just because I'm going to have a lot of Knicks exposure.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm not in on Chet today. Like, I know we're playing Hawks value, but I don't want to play OKC starters. Like, could he get there in 3 quarters? I suppose he could, but I just not for me, I don't think.
Let me ask, is there anything else before we start talking value that you want to talk about? We just had a Jabari Smith Jr. comment. He's getting 2%. Are you under, over, or with the field at Jabari Smith 2%?
What's the price tag? 63. I probably don't need that today with the value. Like I said, I'm just not living in the mid range all that much. I'm looking for ceiling, or I'm going all the way down.
Wiggins,
not with Bam back.
Okay, let's talk value then, because no more. We don't need to waste anyone else's time. Again, the whole chat wants to know about Asa Newell and Muhammad Gay. We had a comment, and I'll circle back to it. Holy Smoke says thoughts on Newell. And then we had Doug, who forgot the N. He just said Newell. That's obviously Asa Newell. We also had, and I wanted to get your opinion on this question from Spizwolf. He said, would you play Muhammad Gay and Asa Newell in the same lineup or max one? Thanks. Now, let's, before fully going into that, Keith, I just looking at the Hawks, we'll just do that real quick. Okongwu's going to start at center. Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Zachary Richache are going to start. That is 4 starters that are guaranteed, right?
Yes.
Do you think the 5th starter is either Muhammad Gay or Asa Newell?
I think Vic Krejci could possibly fall in there too.
Okay.
So one of those 3, yes.
Okay, one of those 3.
I think I would lean Gay over Newell.
Okay.
Unless for some reason you think Newell fits better with the starters?
So I think Newell has been a little better and has been the guy that has been extended over Muhammad Gay lately. Like he's been playing over Mo Gay. And I think I would, if only like if Quinn Snyder would only give one of them blowout run, I would assume it's Asa Newell. First round draft pick. He's already they need him to develop more than they kind of need Mo Gay. Like Mo Gay is better defensively, but Asa Newell is definitely a little bit like more talented offensively at this point. I think I would lean Asa Newell over Muhammad Gay, but I guess I don't really have an objection to playing both of them.
Yeah, I think they're so cheap that the answer to the question of can you play them together is yes.
Yeah.
Do I think they're somewhat negatively correlated? Yes. But I do. So I'm not seeing anybody projecting Newell to start. I'm seeing Gay and I'm seeing Krejci.
Yeah, Krejci. I mean, they could do the small ball because OKC doesn't have Hartenstein tonight, right? Or Jalen Williams. So presumably they also don't start. They'll probably go Case and Wallace as their fifth starter and play like a bunch of wings. If neither Newell, how about this? If neither Newell or Muhammad Gay start, could you play them both in the same lineup?
That's a tougher question.
That's a tough question, I think.
Yeah. Does Krejci play blowout run? Because honestly, I think I'm interested in who's going to be on the court in the fourth quarter more than I am in the first quarter.
Correct.
And I think Newell is that guy.
Correct.
So
I do too.
I don't care if Newell starts, is my take on this whole thing. Like, I prefer that he doesn't because I don't want his ownership to skyrocket.
I am leaning Newell for basically everything you just said. He's in the rotation. Like he's been in the rotation over Mo Gay. So like he'll get early run plus the blowout run, barring foul trouble. He needs to stay out of foul trouble. He gets handsy. If one of them starts, I would have confidence in playing both. If neither of them start, I would probably pick or choose.
I like that angle just because it's tough to see them both getting mid-20s minutes if one of them doesn't start.
Yes. Like if it's Krejci and they do small, I don't see how, because like you're still projecting a Kongwu to play somewhere into the 20s, possibly 30.
Right.
And that just caps two big guys' ceilings. So that's how I would look at it. I lean Newell, and if one of them starts, I'm comfortable with playing both. If neither start, I'd probably just play Asa Newell and just kind of salute to Muhammad Gay. Hopefully he goes crazy. Lot of comments here about Newell. Newell better than Muhammad Gay. Yeah, I agree. Thoughts on Newell? No Johnson Porzingis. Yup. Basketball Monster has Newell projected to start.
Not a.
Rolly says Newell. He wants Newell to not start.
Same.
I kind of agree.
I 100% agree. I definitely
agree. Will Alex Caruso get blowout run? Absolutely not. No chance. Zero. Jalen with a Y. Yes. J Will is out and Hartenstein are out. So they will definitely presumably go small unless they want to do like the Carlson Chet front court, which wouldn't be surprising. Yeah, that's it. Oh, we didn't mention Tari.
Yeah.
I didn't omit Tari intentionally. I like Tari Eason.
I do too.
Quite a bit. There's a lot to like about Houston. Tari's power forward too. I forgot. Didn't mean to omit him. We just got excited about talking Atlanta.
Yes. Agreed. Dude can get there in a hurry, even if he doesn't see big minutes.
Yeah, they had him at the 25-minute limit on Saturday, and they didn't need him to get there. But.
Right. And I assume that he's going to be similar today, like 25 minutes is what you're going to get, even if he starts. that's fine. Like that's enough.
Anything else? We had the Jovic comment. I personally don't think Jovic plays a lot tonight, but it's really hard to guess what the minutes are going to be.
Yeah, I know we're running short on time, but we got to give you your flowers. You had a legendary Jovic call on Saturday, I believe that led to a lot of really good lineups being posted in the Discord. Yours truly included. I almost got to the top of a tournament with a 7% owned Nikola Jovic that Grande said was the value play of the day, and just absolutely nailed it.
Hey, man, guy is talented. He had the opportunity. I just don't know that opportunity is going to be there today. I would love to click the button again, but Bam being in.
Yeah, not going to be able to find the minutes. Agree.
Let's go to center. We had a lot of comments about center. Jokic is 13K. You said it at the start. He almost has 200 fantasy points in his last 2 games. If you want to play Nikola Jokic, there's plenty of value to do so today. So sure. I cover Boyd Karl Anthony Towns on the playbook that you guys can find on fantasyalarm.com today. We've had a lot of comments throughout about Karl. Dude, I think that there's as much upside on Karl as there is anyone else on the slate tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you've loved the matchup, right? Like New Orleans doesn't play defense. Their bigs in particularly are not good defensively. They allow threes, which Karl Anthony shoots, and they get wrecked in the paint, which Karl Anthony dominates. It's a really good looking matchup for Karl Anthony Towns. And he's also under 9K, which is
no reason.
An absurd price.
No reason. Dude, to your point, they allow the second most threes per game and the third most points in the paint.
Yeah.
So they're not stopping anybody. They're not stopping anything.
Yeah.
Love Karl here. You had mentioned Wemby. As a tournament player, I'm assuming you have some interest here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this dude go for 70 DraftKings points in 25 minutes before. Now that he's up over 25 in 2 straight games, you've got to have some interest here. Matchup doesn't matter for this dude. Yeah, I'm in today. Just a sprinkle. Nobody's playing it because he's not projected for full minutes. But what if he plays 31 minutes tonight?
That's all you need. Yeah. That's all you need. What else at center piques your interest? Who are the standouts to you at the rest of the position?
I'm with you on Towns completely. Let's see here. Let me pull up my stuff. I'm not even sure.
Because we have the value, obviously. There's value. It's another position. Musa's 53. Oso Ighodaro is 4,000. Steven Adams is 45.
So this is similar to power forward. I start looking at the top of the names. I'm like, I don't recognize any of these guys in my builds. I wasn't playing any of them today. And that's because there's so much value. We talked about the Hawks guys already. We have to talk about the Suns situation. Adams, you just mentioned. Adams is going to start and play mid-20s minutes in an awesome matchup. Steven Adams is a very good play today. If Ighodaro starts for the Suns, that's another 4K center that has a chance to play 30 plus minutes in an awesome matchup. I think the value is too good today. It's Jokic or go down to 3 and 4K range, honestly.
I'll differentiate a little bit there because I do have my opinion on Towns. I think he could get 70.
I didn't mean to omit Towns. Yes, so ceiling or value is the way to play that. And Towns and Jokic are the 2 ceiling guys.
The only other name I'd even mention, I think Jalen Smith is okay. Power forward center. He's playing a lot of minutes. Zach Collins is out, and they've loved Zach Collins lately.
I meant to look at this earlier today, and I didn't get to it yet. Is he playing with Vucevic too, or only with Collins?
He's both. Okay. We're getting most overlap with Zach Collins. It's mostly been that.
That's my dynamic. Slight concern is what if they're not as willing to do it with Vuce as they are with Collins?
Yeah, I mean.
And it's not like we don't have other options because he's popping in a lot of projections today. And if he plays 22 minutes, it's he's a very fine play. He's a great per minute producer. I'm just a little bit concerned we might be back to that 18-minute range instead of the 22-minute range.
It's fair. Anything else? I think, like, I know Moose's price is going up, and I think people are scared to play him. This is one of the best rebounding spots on the board, and he is one of the best per minute rebounders in the NBA.
He's flat out he's one of the best rebounders in the NBA. I think you can legitimately say that.
Yeah, just flat out. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
He's elite, and it is an elite rebounding spot. Absolutely. Like Miles Turner has for his entire career been an awful rebounder.
Awful. He's so bad, dude. They're 29th in rebounding. The only team worse is Washington, who
now Giannis did miss some time. Obviously, Giannis is an elite rebounder. That does change some things.
Sure.
But to your point, like their center position he's a very poor rebounder. Diabate is an elite rebounder.
Let's get a core built, unless you have anything else to add at center here.
No. Like
go
ahead.
Actually, even though I can't see the person's name who's asking this question, but they're asking who our favorite play is under 7K.
Any position? Favorite play under 7K?
Seems, yeah, not named Zion. So this is a util. I'm assuming util.
Like under 7, that we're including 3K too? This is a tough question.
Okay. It's a tough question. I'll go slightly under. I'll go Colin Gillespie if we're in that range.
Okay, if we're talking that range, that's easier to answer. Yes, because there's a lot of plays under. Yes, it's Gillespie for me as well. I think sort of sneaky is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I think if the Hawks keep up today, that he's the reason why.
Large field stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like NAW, Dyson Daniels, Okongwu, large field stuff only.
Yep, for sure.
Cannot no shot cash, no shot single entry, just large field GPPs and pray.
Yep.
All right, I think that's the last one. Will Kendrick Williams get blowout? Yes, he will. So many good forward values. Opportunity cost with fading high-priced Towns, Keith.
Yeah, I hate that Towns only has center eligibility. I really do.
Does.
Like, if he was power forward, I would have way more of him. That's part of why I think I'm leaning Durant over Towns for the stud I'm going way overweight on, if you will. I love Towns in this spot, and I think you made some great points there. But yes, the opportunity cost at the center position is a thing.
It's true. It's totally true. A lot of double center lineups today for sure.
Probably 100% for me.
Capella Punt Day says life of you each finished each other's sandwiches there, Efu. And then Nicholas is asking us, and we'll end last question here, Keith, and we'll get a core built. How do you guys pick which contest to join every slate? Well, Keith just goes to $4 and then he clicks max enter on that one. I go to the $12 and the $5 single entry, and I'm just kidding. Keith, how would you? It just depends on your bankroll and depends on what you're looking to accomplish as a DFS player. Right?
Exactly, and I would say it doesn't change from slate to slate. Like what you play is generally what you play. So for me, I really like the 20 max format just because I don't have to have a ton invested. I still get multiple chances, and everyone in the tournament also has that amount of chances as me. So same reason that James prefers single entry, like all the limited entry contests I think are good. Single entry, 3 entry, 5 entry, whatever it is, all of those are very good. Personally, I play all the 20 entries and below every day, and that's just what I do. Very rarely, well, never do I just say, oh, I'm going to max enter a 150 today. Like that's just not what I play.
Right. Yeah, it's just dependent on the person. So if you only want to compete against players that are using one lineup in each contest, single entries for you. If you're looking for half the field, but not just double your money, cash games still exist in the year 2025. And if you're looking for the lottery ticket, you're going to enter the $4 20 max or the whatever their big tournament is. I think I have it up here. The $18 50K to first fadeaway, which is their premier tournament. So it just depends on you, Nicholas, and what you're going to play. Keith, let's get a core play built. I think Asa was probably someone that you and I were pretty convicted on.
Yes.
First and foremost, he's 3K, right? How do you want to approach like spend ups versus, because like we can obviously just click Jokic and move on, but as we were just alluding to, there is a lot of good value centers today.
Yeah, I mean, Oso is a really strong play, I think, as a guy who could play over 30 minutes. So like I have a hard time not going as much him as I can.
I agree. What else stands out? I mean, we're not playing Jokic. I feel like we both were super high on Jamal Murray today, or LaMelo would be our contrarian pick here. Being, Jamal Murray's getting a good amount of ownership. Let's get two more plays that Durant was probably one of them, right?
Yep. Is that gonna? Yeah, there's more 3K plays. You could still get Towns in this build too if you wanted, I think.
Yeah, we'll go. Do we want what other 3K play? Is it Ricochet? Is it Krejci? Is it Muhammad Gay? Like what else? Looking at some ownership updates. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first 9 names are either a Phoenix Sun or a Atlanta Hawk.
Where does Ricochet fall versus Krejci?
In terms of ownership or in terms of priorities for me?
Ownership.
Krejci is about 4% higher owned.
Then I prefer Ricochet, I think, after you have talked me into him.
Oh boy, better get this one right. This is my hear me out Warren play of the night here. All right, Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Zachary Ricochet, Asa Newell, Oso Iguodaro. We have $7,200 left for guard forward util. We will be finishing this lineup and getting in the Discord. About 50 odd minutes left until lineup block. If you guys do want to join the Discord, do want to join the Fantasy Storm family, we have the holiday sale up there in that corner. You can scan the QR code, join the Discord. That's also in the description of this chat as well. You'll see Keith and I throughout the night. You'll see IC3. You'll see Hidden Darts. You see a bunch of guys in the chat commenting in there. John won't pop up. He won't. Like he's already bailed on work already. So appreciate you, Keith, as always. Steve Smith, the wide receiver, said it best. Keith is smart, and that's where we will end today's show. We'll catch you guys with the